Top of the afternoon to everybody. The only thing, can you turn the mics on for me? I do it. One moment, everybody. No technical difficulties. We got this. Mike? I'm not doing no music.
No music?
No music today.
You just want to record it, right?
Yeah. If y'all could just bear with me, having some problems with my mic. Check. Check. Mook said we need an eye rig. That's what he was supposed to grab at Best Buy. Check. Check. I don't think the speaker's on.
Just gonna do that.
Okay. Check. Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, the Elephant in the Room, and it's the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast. Clearly, because you guys probably hear no theme music. I don't got the big spliff today. This is going to be a pretty different podcast than what everybody is used to. It's probably going to be an emotional podcast because, I've been in my emotions, since my last podcast about a lot of different things. But I would like to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in today. I appreciate the support, especially from the people that have been with me since episode 1. To be honest with everybody, all week I had been tossing and turning within my own self, my own head, saying to myself, was I even going to continue with the podcast? It's like, what am I getting out of it? Like, because I had been hearing a lot of feedback and some advice and different things. However, when it comes to this podcast and the things that I originally set out to do when I made my intentions to start it, I kind of feel like I went away from those things. I'm into a lot of self-development right now, self-help, self-healing, and that's just pretty much the wave that I'm on right now. So when I set out with this podcast, this was my original intention. It was to, help me grow, help me heal, help me, progress from some things that kind of held me back in life from fulfilling my full potential. So, I was watching something today and, I had a big meeting. I don't want to call it a big meeting like I'm somebody important, because it's a small group of people that believe in me and have allowed me, you know what I'm saying, this platform to even bring forth my podcast. So those people, we had a meeting today, and this was prior to what time my original podcast was to start, the wake up show, 11 o'clock. So I apologize to anybody who didn't tune in, but there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes this morning. And I now have a program developer who helps me with content. It helps me to pretty much format my ideas and the things that I have in my heart and mind that I feel is helpful and beneficial to myself and the others, you know what I'm saying, who pay attention to my podcast. However, in saying this, what I watched today was a show, and it was breaking down the psychological effect that social media has on us. And the guy said, for anybody who does anything on Facebook or any type of social media platform, if they're doing things just for likes, you know what I'm saying, they have changed themselves. They have altered themselves for other people. And I had to take a look at that. He said it strips you of what makes you unique. That you were doing other things to gain a certain form of attention, you know what I'm saying, getting likes and all of that. And I was like, wow, that's deep. Because I looked at myself from episode 1 up until, you know, my last episode. And what I was looking at is the change. I'm new to this podcast thing. I didn't go to school for this. I don't have any journalism degree or anything like that. So, you know, when I said that throughout this entire week, I've been in my head about whether or not to continue to do this podcast. Because there were some points that I felt kicked down, beat down by some of my peers. You know, instead of coming to me, giving me advice, helping me along this journey, you know, I was hurt by some things that was said. So, you know, all week I've been saying, like, fuck it, I'm not doing the podcast no more. This shit is done with. Like, I'm not doing this shit no more. And then, you know, I received a different type of phone call from someone who told me they were looking forward to my podcast. They were inspired by the things that I was doing. Like, cool. But then, you know, during my meeting, I had, you know, I was speaking about the meeting that I had with the producer and the development team today. And, you know, I got another phone call from a close relative who's telling me that he's inspired by what I'm doing. Keep pushing. And it hit me that today would just be a completely different podcast. I mean, I just shut down the whole meeting. I said, whatever ideas you have today, whatever music you have planned for today, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. Because I think people need more real of me. I said that this would probably be an emotional podcast because I'm in my feelings. Sometimes I really think to myself, the nerve of some people to kick some motherfuckers down that's trying to do better. My whole life, I always heard that I was the baddest kid. Without anybody ever understanding or knowing what the fuck was going on with this kid. I was just labeled the baddest kid. And I accepted that shit. I wore that shit with honor. And I acted out. I let other people manipulate me, to act the way that they said that I acted. I was the baddest motherfucker. So now, as a man, you know, I'm watching my cousin, you know, on his live the other day, talking about how judgmental people are. And to a degree, you know what I'm saying, I feel like nobody should be judgmental. But here I am, a grown man, you know, and I'm doing whatever I have to do to provide for myself, my family, my loved ones, whatever. And there's a lot of judgment. People tell me, oh, you keep going to jail. You keep doing all this shit. You grown. You shouldn't be doing this. You doing that. So I said, okay, maybe you're right. So I start taking this look at myself and saying, you know what? I'm going to change because I have children. I'm an example. So I accept the truth for what it is. I got to grow. I got to change. Regardless of what anybody else thinks or what anybody feels about me, I know there has been growth and there has been change. So when I look at people who I felt inspire me and motivate me to want to do better, I look at as role models, shit like that. And they kick me down, it hurts different. First and foremost, I didn't ask for my life. I didn't ask to be here. I was created. Thank God I'm here. I have no complaints about that. A lot about my past, I had no control over. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you people that been through shit, y'all understand that too. But now the things that I do have control over in my life, I'm trying to do the best that I can to get the best out of it. And I know that this isn't going to be an easy path. I'm not expecting anybody to just be on my side and support that I'm trying to do something positive. But I've made these posts before. If you're not going to support me, why be a fucking hater? Why get in my way? Why get in the way of the next motherfucker who do want to hear me? Why beat me down? You don't know how much I've been through in my life for you to judge me. How come you didn't inbox me? How come you didn't give me a call and say, little bro, you know, I don't know what you've been through in life, but hey, let me rap with you. You see, it's a lot of fake love. I got 5,000 fucking Facebook friends. 5,000 Facebook friends. I don't get many views when I do my fucking podcast. I have just as many followers on my Instagram. And it's like, okay, when I was running these streets and I was canning and I was doing all the negative shit, if I jumped on a live and I said, you know what, today I'm gonna have some bitches sucking my dick or some crazy shit, I would probably have 10,000 fucking viewers. But all the same people who tell me that you need to get your life together, you need to change, you need to do something different, you are the same fucking people who are in my fucking way. You're trying to harm me. Which one is it? Which side of me do you want? So, you know, I'm listening to the fucking thing that I'm watching on TV, and it's talking about doing things for likes. And I'm like, cool, you know what? You're right. I did things for my podcast to attract people. These the Dutchess I smoke on a regular basis. Every now and then, I smoke the big raw cones when I'm with the guys and I'm doing something, you know, a specific event. But I do it for the podcast because I want to attract people. I want people to know the real me. So I did that. It didn't work. I offered free money to draw people to the podcast. You didn't want the money. Maybe 2 people dropped cash apps legitimately that I've seen in comments, you know what I'm saying, that tuned into the show. Not watched it later. I mean, actually tuned in live to the show. People didn't want it. Okay, so they didn't want the money. So what can I do? I take the advice of my producers. My producers, they say, you know what? Have a turn up at 12. You know, have the girls twerking and doing this, that, and the third. And then, you know, I take the advice of my producers and I do that. And what happens? Negative fucking publicity. I had people asking me if I'm on drugs, if I'm using some type of drug, if I'm drunk, what am I doing? Well, I don't know what you people want. Because the people that I look to as my peers, my advisors, are the people that are kicking me the fuck down. You're not helping me. I don't know how to engage an audience on this platform. I've never done this before. And if you can recognize my growth, you understand that the most negative motherfucker you've known your entire life, he's trying to do something positive, and I'm asking for help. So how the fuck can you tell me you love me, man? You don't love me? You fucking talk behind my back. You kick me down. You talk about my show. You don't give me ideas. You don't give me space. You don't give me a fucking platform to do this. But you don't understand what type of fucking psychological thing this does to a person who's doing this just to heal. Just to let motherfuckers know that I know with 100% certainty there's a million people out there just like me who've been through shit, who don't know how to express it, who's hurting, who wants to heal from that shit, who wants to grow, who doesn't want to be insecure, who doesn't want to be afraid to be themselves. This is why we run to this Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, because it's fucking fictitious. You can be whoever you want to be. Well, I just want to be me. I just want to be me. And I'm not understanding why it is the people that I'm telling you, I fucking love you, bruh. I look up to you. And because it's the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast, I'm dropping names. Fucking Ian Victor, bro. How dare you? Before I jumped on this fucking platform, man, I reached out to you. I asked you for fucking help. I'm not going to do something publicly. I'm not going to do something behind your back that you wasn't man enough to do to me, bro. I fucking look at you as a friend. I look at you as somebody that fucking raised me, that showed me some of the good shit. Still to this day, you make me feel like a fucking kid when you tell me when you get on me for not chasing my dreams with basketball, bro. I came to you for help, for assistance, for guidance. My dad is not here. And even if he was, you know my fucking situation with my dad, bro. He couldn't help me. But you're articulate. You're smart. You made it from the streets, bro. You're doing things. You have a family. You look like you have a healthy relationship. I don't know what it's like to be in a fucking healthy relationship. You know how many kids I got? How many different baby moms I got, bro? I'm out here fucked up. I'm looking for guidance, bro. I'm looking for guidance, and you kick me down. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Yeah, you were right about that. I'm all over the place because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing other than trying to heal. I'm trying to heal from some shit that hurt me as a kid, and I'm trying to grow into the fucking man that I know I have the potential to be. You remind me of that potential every time you tell me that I let you down when I stopped playing basketball, bro. You don't know. That shit still affects me to this fucking day. I feel like a little kid. You son me every time you tell me that it's like, damn, bro, you let me down, man. You didn't continue to chase your fucking dream. And I turn to you for help, and you fucking kick my back in behind my back, bro. We don't got that type of relationship. You can call me. You can tell me. It don't gotta be Ken. You call me Dion. No fucking ID, no none of that shit. You say Dion. This is what I think you should do with your show, bro. Tell me that you proud of me, man. Don't fucking talk behind my back, bro. I wouldn't do that shit to you. I tell you all the time, my nigga, I called you when you got fucking married. And I told you, I'm fucking proud of you. You're helping me transition into a man. I don't want to run around with a bunch of bitches. I don't. I want to be a man. I want a family. I want to raise my fucking kids. I came to you for advice, bro. I couldn't get that from my dad. You motherfuckers always talk this, it takes a village. Well, my nigga, I'm still growing. I'm not a full fucking fledged man yet. I haven't stepped into that manhood. So when I see you dudes that done it, that came from the same shit that I came from, and I'm asking you niggas for help and you turn your fucking back on me, nigga, I feel like fuck you. Even though my heart, it doesn't feel that way. Nigga, some of the good qualities in me, it came from you. It came from you. Some of the shit that's in me, it came from you. I look at you like a fucking big brother, or uncle. You don't understand this shit, man. When I'm running around this motherfucker and I'm canning, I'm doing all the canning shit. I get all the fucking support in the world. And then people judge me for the negative shit. And I'm trying to do something positive. Because it's a bunch of young boys that's out here. And they fucked up just like me. It's a bunch of young boys that's out here, they fucked up, they confused. They don't have nobody to turn to. They need help, and they're out here and they're reaching out for help. This is why they out here with these guns. This is why they out here doing wild shit. This is why they rather when they fucking be in these streets and disrespect their parents. They rather do this shit than to be fucking positive because they're hurting. They're people just like me, and I'm trying to reach them. And you motherfuckers is getting in my way. You're not trying to help me. You're not trying to help them. These fucking black lives don't matter to you. None of this shit matters to you, bro. How the fuck can you kick me down? And I'm trying to right my wrongs. Nigga, I wake up in the day, every fucking day I wake up and I look in the mirror and I look at my influence. The shit that I influence in this fucking county, in this fucking state, my nigga. That was wrong and fucked up. I'm trying to right my wrongs. I'm trying to show these young boys it's something different. I'm tired of my homies dying. This niggas out here fucked up on drugs. The same shit that I was out here pushing, my nigga. I'm trying to change. I want something different. And if you don't understand that, then fuck it. If you don't want to help me, cool. Just get the fuck out my way and don't say nothing bad about me. Because you make me look at you different. You make me look at you different. I got a bunch of fake friends. I got friends who are mad at me because I don't want to be in the streets. Well, you're not my fucking friend. My kids are more important to me. I want these niggas to graduate. I don't want them to go to jail. I don't want them eating hookups like we did, bro. I don't want them niggas eating chi-chis. So you know what I do? I show them that life at home. Nigga, this is what a motherfucking chi-chi is. You can eat that shit here. You ain't never got to eat that shit in no fucking jail. But you wouldn't understand that. Because if you ain't really for me, then you ain't gonna feel this shit, bro. If you ain't really about these kids like motherfuckers say they do, if you ain't really about black people being better, you're not gonna feel this shit, bro. If you a fucking devil on the inside and you secretly want to see me fall, you're not gonna feel this shit. Because seeing me wins, it means that we all win. Because this shit ain't just about me, bro. It's a bunch of people who have watched this, whether they want to admit it or not, man, that's hurting. They confused. They got shit that's going on in their mind. They got shit that's going on in their heart. They question themselves every fucking day. What about whites, bro? What about it? See, if you want to get on here and you want to be foolish and you want to make this about race, motherfucker, this is about humanity. Anybody that knows me, I treat no kids. It's not one kid that I've ever coached in my fucking life. I've coached Pee Wee football. I've coached AAU basketball. And not one of these kids will ever tell you that I've ever made them feel any less than or any greater than because of the color of their skin. I'm identifying with my community and my black people because guess what? This is what's happening in my homes. But nothing will fucking change if Johnny from up the street, who happens to be pink, white, or blue, came to me and say, Coach Dion, I got shit going on. Guess what? I'm going to be right the fuck there. So don't come on here with that bullshit, bro. You would get blocked and you would get get kicked the fuck off the live. You need to sit here and fucking listen. You need to open up your mind and you need to grow. Because that's the toxic shit right there that I want to erase from within my community. That's the type of toxic shit that I don't want my fucking kids to think. That's the type of toxic shit I don't want your fucking kids to think. So if you want to bring that shit on my podcast, get the fuck off of here. My best fucking friend is white, so don't you ever disrespect my fucking life like that. I got nieces and nephews that are biracial. Don't you ever speak that shit on my fucking live. You got me all the way fucked up, bruh. That's that toxic bullshit that I want to fucking change. I want that shit to change, bruh. I was instructed improperly growing up. I was taught wrong shit growing up. I seen a lot of toxic shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit fucked me up. And now I'm at a point in life where I understand that shit was wrong. And I want to right my fucking wrongs. I want to change that shit. I live in a fucking community where me and my friends, we don't even feel safe with allowing our kids to hang out with one another. But you wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand that, bro. I want my kids to feel safe again. I want my kids to be able to walk from the hill to downtown and not worried about the possibility of somebody shooting, somebody getting killed, somebody offering them a drug that'll have my kids tap the fuck out. I want to be a solution to my own self, bro, because I don't want the streets to be the only fucking solution or the only resort thing that I can resort to provide for my family. I want to be educated. I want to help people. These young kids that think education isn't important, I want them to understand that this shit is important. You got me fucked up to hop on this live on my podcast with that goofy shit? Are you kidding me? It's so much more. It's so much more. It's so much more. Try me not wanting my kids to follow in my footsteps doing the wrong fucking thing. I got a lot of bigger issues to deal with than to worry about whose skin color is what. We don't got time for that shit. We don't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But since you want to be on the live, how about you share this? How about you take this podcast and you share this motherfucker to some of these white people that you're talking about? Because I want to reach them too. Because some of the hatred that's being pumped in these motherfuckers' hearts from these campaigns and all this other goofy shit that's making life harder for all of us to grow from a lot of fuck shit. All right? I want to reach them too. I want to reach them too. Because when I'm out there on the football field and I'm coaching these kids, I see no different. I see my team. I see kids with problems. I see kids who don't have problems. I see kids who want to grow. I see kids who need discipline. I see kids who need love. This is the type of shit that I see, my man. I don't see no fucking color. I don't respect that type of shit, man. I don't respect that type of shit. What I am trying to promote from the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast is that as a grown man who's telling you, I still need to grow as a man. I'm still growing as a man. I'm still trying to figure out what it means to be a man, because all of the things that motherfuckers showed me and taught me was a man wasn't a man. Fucking a bunch of women is not being a man. Beating on a woman is not being a man. Lying to women is not being a man. Promoting, twerking, and all of this shit for these women is not being a man. Being a man is having respect for yourself. It's having some sense of decency, some sense of modesty. You know what I'm saying? Being a man is being true to yourself. It's not putting on an image or putting on faces for other people. Being a man is not this gangster shit that motherfuckers told us. It's not being a man when you can go out here and pull a trigger and shoot a motherfucker in the face and kill him. And you disrupt his kid's life. You disrupt his mother, his father, his family, his sister, his brothers, their life. That shit is not being a man. That shit is being a fucking animal. That shit is being a coward. But see, a lot of people, they have influenced us with these cowardly ways and with this bullshit. And we've accepted it. We've become comfortable in that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, straight the fuck up. And this is why I say what the fuck I want. Because I don't care who feels otherwise when I say this shit. It's not cool. You're not going to tell me that you want to go out here and put a fucking gun in your 15, your 16, your 17-year-old son, and you tell that nigga to go out there, yeah, nigga, go out there and shoot this young motherfucker up the street. You sound stupid. You know that, and I know that shit. So why are we still promoting it? Why are we still promoting these ideas? Why are we still disrespecting the mothers of our kids? Why are we not healing these relationships? Why are we continuing to be toxic once y'all see that we have been affected by all this toxic shit? I'm on a different fucking path right now. So don't kick me down. Don't kick me down with your negativity. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not around you, it's because there's some negative shit about you. I'm trying to grow from that. It's not because I don't love you. It's not because I don't care for you. I just don't love the lifestyle. I don't love the shit that I used to do. I love spending time with my kids. I love opening letters from colleges that are saying that they're interested in taking my kids D1. That's the shit that I'm loving now. All right? I want to love. I want to love. I want to love like a fucking kid again. I don't want to think every woman that's attracted to me and every woman that I'm attracted to is a hoe. I don't want to think that shit. I don't want to think that shit at all. And I don't want every woman who finds me attractive to think that I'm a dog, because that's not who the fuck we are. But we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned with that bullshit. All right. And a lot of people told us it was cool. It's not the fuck cool. I tell my boys every fucking chance I get, don't be out here trying to fuck with all these little girls. Don't have these little girls fucked up in their feelings. Don't have these little girls thinking that you're going to give them something that you're not going to give them. That's not what we're going to do. I'm trying to build men here. I want my kids to focus on themselves. So when they get their self together, and this is the transition that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to be an example, a blueprint. I'm trying to show my kids that when you take a woman, all right, a woman that you're interested in, you want to treat this woman with some type of respect. You want to hold her on a certain platform. You know what I mean? You don't want your girl to be viewed as XYZ. You want to bring something to the table. You want her to know your true intentions. Listen, I want goals with you. I want to set standards with you. I want a life with you. And if I'm going to have kids with you, let's build kids like this. This is the shit that I'm talking about. See, this is the shit that makes me happy now. All right? This is the shit that makes me happy now. I'm trying to break generational curses. You just said that shit. I'm trying to break generational curses. I'm trying to bring back family reunions. I'm trying to bring back barbecues. The shit that used to make my heart smile. Before life got rough. Before I didn't understand certain shit. And motherfuckers dropped me off and they left me to tell me, find out life on your own. But see, I had to do that shit, and I went through the rough parts first. But now I'm trying to make it easy. And the motherfuckers that I look to that help me out of the darkness, you are the same people who are now throwing shade. It's like you don't want me to see this light. And I'm not understanding that shit, because what I'm trying to get out of what your intentions are and anybody's intentions are is, what are your fucking intentions with me? It doesn't make or break me if you like me, if you love me, if you respect me. If you don't like my podcast, you don't want to tune into my podcast, skip on over. Go watch that shit that's going on in the ghetto. Because that's the shit that I'm trying to change. It's little girls in there, man, that got little girls. It's men in there with daughters, with wives, all of this shit, man. And I'm speaking to myself first because my ears is closer to my mouth than anybody else's. I don't want to participate in that shit no more. Don't send me invites to that. As a matter of fact, if I'm in your groups, kick me out of that motherfucking group. I don't want no parts of that shit. I don't want to support your ratchet movement. I don't want to do that shit. Some of the young girls that I've seen grow up. Latifah, I can't think of your last name. Latifah Pratt. I just want to give you a shout out. And I'm not saying by any means that this girl is perfect. And by any means am I going to try to expose her business or anything. But I just said to her days ago, I'm proud of her. All right? For being a lady. It's something that she was doing at that particular time. She was conducting herself as a lady. And I was proud of her for that. For being different. For not being like everybody else. See, we got this shit fucked up. We got this shit fucked up. And a lot of people, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, who be thinking that we so real and we so unique. Nah, motherfucker, you just another sheep that's following the goddamn herd. See, we not ready to break images. A lot of us as grown men, we're not ready to break images. You know what I'm saying? We're not ready to look at ourselves in the fucking mirror and really break that image. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no fucking gangster. You ain't no gangster because you able to kill somebody, because you able to hurt somebody or take advantage of somebody who can't say no to a fucking drug. That don't make you a gangster. What make you gangster is being yourself in the midst of all of that. What makes you gangster is not doing the popular thing. You know what I'm saying? It's doing the right thing, not the popular thing. That's gangster. That's thorough. That's real. You understand what I'm saying? But we not ready for that conversation. We don't want to look at ourselves in the mirror. It's some of us that's out here, myself included. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like to dress. I like to dress nice when I can, or whatever the case may be. But some of us is taking it too fucking far. Some of us is trapped. Some of us can't escape ourselves. I posted this shit on Facebook. If you look around at your fucking circle and you don't get motivated by that shit, it's not a fucking circle. That shit is a cage. And you trapped in it and you don't see that shit. See, I'm trying to be around the people that motivate me. I'm trying to be around the people that can help educate me. I'm trying to be around the people that can help me fill in the blanks, and I can do the same thing for you. See, this shit ain't about no fucking clout chasing. This shit ain't about being cool. It ain't about being down. This shit is for me. It's from my fucking heart. I'm tired of you addressing me as Cannon, because that's not who the fuck I am. Circumstances, conditions, that's what made me who the fuck that was. But it's not one of you who know me personally. No, I want any of my kids to be considered Cannon. Are you kidding me? I want my kids cap and gown. I want my kids with careers. I want my kids in a position to to bring something to the table. But it's time for them to create families and extend what we have already created, man. If this shit is really about breaking these generational curses, then guess what? I got to start with me. I got to start with me. I got to start with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this process is about for me. That's what the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast is about. Because it's me telling you what I want to tell you. It's not about me being ignorant. It's not me being ignorant, bruh. It's not about me being ratchet. I'm saying what the fuck I want because I got to get this shit out. Y'all know, a lot of y'all that grew up in some of the households we grew up in, all right? I won't attach no colors, all right? Stay in the child's place. Speak when the child's spoken to. I wasn't given the opportunity to properly express myself, to healthily express myself. And now that I had the platform to express myself the way that I need to express myself, I'm going to say what the fuck I want. If you don't like it, you do not have to tune in. You do not have to tune in. If this is not the type of shit that you into, fine. Fine. Get out the way for the next person who this might attract. Like I said, I have 5,000 friends on this Facebook. If 5,000 of my friends shared this thing one time, all right, we reaching 10,000 people. If one of those people that this podcast was shared it to another one, we're reaching 30,000 people. See, this is the type of thing that I'm looking at. 40,000 people, excuse me. This is the type of thing that I'm looking at. All right? I'm looking at the people who really want to grow. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that I greatly appreciate you. We're helping one another here. This ain't about no, I give, you take. Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. Because I want to break that generation of men. I want to break that generation of men that are comfortable with laying around on couches or not contributing to the family. And these women are out here working 2 and 3 jobs. They're taking care of our sons. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to educate our daughters. You know what I'm saying? All while they're trying to maintain their self. You know what I mean? I'm trying to break that generation of men who want to leave these women out here to raise our men. You know what I'm saying? To just be whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching them to be men. I want to break that. I want to break that with myself. You know what I'm saying? I talk to myself first. This is what I'm telling y'all. I'm talking to myself first. I'm talking to myself first. I left my kids. When I made decisions, poor decisions, you know what I'm saying? I left my kids. And now I'm trying to fix that. Every chance that I get, I want to be with my kids. Every opportunity I get, I'm trying to be with my kids because I understand what the role of the father is supposed to be. I understand what the role of the man is supposed to be and what the woman is supposed to be, but not in the way that motherfuckers painted this shit. See, a lot of men, we get caught up and treating women fucked up and doing them wrong because we want submissive women. Well, this is one thing that I'm starting to learn. You're not going to force any woman, not in this day and time, to submit to you. That's not what this is about, fellas. But if we tighten up, we become respectable men. Nature takes course. If your woman is not submissive in any sense, it's because she's not respecting you as the man that you are potentially able to be. You know what I'm saying? Because see, only a man that's insecure, only a man that's, fighting some demons and going through some shit wants to be controlling. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to control a woman. You don't have to control a woman because a woman to follow a man that she's worthy, a man worthy of following. She's going to trust that. She's going to follow her man. You know what I'm saying? She's going to support somebody who's going to equally support her. See, these are all the things that nobody really told us. Even though a lot of this shit is common sense, it's common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? We were taught the opposite. We were taught to be selfish. We were taught to think about ourselves. And I want you to understand this. The same fucking problems that we go through with relationships with women and everything else, we are going to pass this shit on to our men, our kids, our boys. We're showing them this same fucking example. So if we're not trying to break these curses, we're not trying to break this cycle, then what the fuck are we doing? We in the way. We all the way in the way. We all the way in the way. I sit and I talk to my kids. I sit and I talk to my boys. You know what I mean? They're articulate. These kids are highly intelligent. And it fucks me up sometimes, the things that they talk about and the things that they're interested in. All right? When these kids are explaining to me, the engineering career or, the medical field or whatever it is that they're chasing at, you know what I'm saying? It's so much deeper. It became so much deeper than just, going over football film and shit like that with my boys. No, it's deeper. It's deeper than that. See, we play a lot of games and we do a lot of capping. All right? We do a lot of capping because a lot of us don't really want to take that hard look at ourselves. A lot of us think that we got it figured out and we moved on. No, I'm going to tell you what happened. A lot of us have taken that hurt, that pain, and we put a Band-Aid over it. It's still there. It hasn't been confronted because a lot of us have not reached the potential or have elevated to the levels of humanity in which the fuck we can really be. We're not considerate enough. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking a hard look at ourselves enough. I can look at our Facebook posts. I can look at our Instagram posts. This is what we do. Like, listen, I can't speak for anybody else. I cannot speak for anybody else. All right? All I can do is speak for me. I don't want to do this shit no more, y'all. I don't want to be nobody's canon. I don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be a canon, I want to be for something positive. I want to be a canon for something that's positive. Something that's going to make life easier for my kids. Your kids. Our kids. Like, y'all ain't had enough. And I really want you to think about this shit. Men and women. You know what I mean? Have we had enough? Have we had enough? Have we had enough? You know what I'm saying? Have we had enough? You know what I'm saying? Enough hurt, enough pain, enough toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? Have we had enough of bringing old shit into new relationships and all types of shit like that? I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that. Ladies, men, everybody's paying attention. You know, we can be attracted to people every single day. Every single day. Somebody can be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm attracted to that person. And we miss out on opportunities on somebody that's possibly the one. You know why? Because we hurt the motherfucker that hasn't hurt us yet. Probably don't even have intentions on hurting us because of what the last motherfucker did. Or the person before that. Or the person before that. Or the person for that. I'm tired of hurting. Enough is enough. I seen somebody hashtag. I mean, we should actually hashtag that. I want to pin that. I don't necessarily even know how to pin that. However, like, enough is enough. Like, have we not had enough? Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm dead ass tired. I'm tired of waking up and every day being Groundhog's Day. This relationship being like the last relationship. This friendship being like the last friendship. This job being like the last job. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you feel me? We have to be saying to ourselves, like, yo, I quit. I quit. I don't want to hurt no more. I just want to wave the white flag. I think all the time, bro. I think back all the time on what it was like being a kid. And as a kid, like, we would fucking love recklessly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could hurt you. Your friend could push you down, and whatever the case, you be crying and upset, hurt, man. But the next day, it's like, damn, I love this motherfucker all over again. It's my best friend. But now we've gotten to a point that we're afraid to love. We're afraid to care about people because we've been so hurt and we've been so abused and mishandled and mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. Like, we really have to take these hard looks at ourselves because a lot of these things that are done to us, you know what I'm saying? We find a way, you know what I'm saying, to do the same shit to our family, our loved ones, our kids, our friends. This shit really has to stop. Like, I dead ass just want to be happy, y'all. You know, I hear everybody's motto is peace. Oh, I'm trying to protect my peace. But none of us are really putting in the type of work to get this shit. Peace starts within. It's some demons that we got to confront within ourselves. It's some shit that we gotta look into ourselves and be like, well, damn, I am just like my mom. I am just like my dad. Or I am just like such and such. You feel me? Because as a man, I have to take a look at myself. Like, damn, Dion, like, you really are a dog. You really disrespectful. You really, a manipulator. You really, hurt people. Like, I really had to take a look at me and be like, damn, yo, you really all of that. Now, how do you go back and tell these people, yo, I apologize? But then I had to take an even deeper look at that. Well, why the fuck am I that? Who the fuck wants to be that? Like, nothing about what I just said, man, is anything that somebody wants to be labeled or characterized as. So I'm like, damn, well, how the fuck did I develop that shit? And then I looked at all the shit that I was brought up in. And a lot of the shit that to this day, you know what I'm saying, that some of my family members think is right, is correct. It's still an actual way of life, man, and this shit is not correct. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? So now, as a man, as a grown-up, it's like, what the fuck do I do? And why do it take me so long? Why did it take me so long to figure this shit out? I want y'all to think about something, yo. Yo, we're really out here, and I'm talking to all my homies in the streets. I don't even want to use the word niggas no more. I want to get away from that mentality. But all my homies, all my guys that's out here in the streets, they trapping, they hustling, they doing all of this thing. I want y'all to understand this. How much we cut our life expectancy, you know what I'm saying, being out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? We put ourselves in position to be incarcerated. We put ourselves, in positions to harm people, to have people harm us, all types of shit. So it's like, how long of a run do we think we really got out here in this world? Like, I'm thankful that God, Creator, has allowed me to make it this far in life. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if He didn't, I wouldn't be able to express this. I wouldn't be able to say, wow, maybe I grew from this. Thank God that I grew from this. Because I'm telling you now, even up to yesterday, even up to today, I would bust a drop if need be. Because I don't have options right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for help. I'm looking not for handouts. I'm not looking for anybody to motherfucking take me by the hand and say, here, let me do this for you. No. But I'm looking for it now. It's just direction. You understand? And now that I've realigned my principles, my morals, and the things that I believe in, you know what I'm saying? I have a different direction. And this direction is not being out here, being part of the problem. I want to be a solution to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be able to influence a group of men that recognize life for what it is and not what it appears to be. I never make any knock on music, and anybody knows that. I love music, I write music, I sing, I rap, I do all of that shit. And I can talk that talk. I can talk that drill shit. I can talk all of that shit. You feel me? But the reality of it is, I don't want any of my kids even ever having a reputation of being somebody that's out here drilling something. I would be so embarrassed as a parent to know that my kid is out here killing people. Like that shit would hurt. But then I would have to take a harder look at myself. What did I influence for my child to be that? How much time did I spend with my child doing the right thing, positive thing, shit like that? For all of us who are on this live and we have children, I just want to make this clear. It was never meant for us to have a baby mom or a baby dad. And it's fucked up that a lot of people didn't, put a lot of emphasis on that in our life. It wasn't meant for us to be baby mom and baby dad. It wasn't meant for our kids to be raised in separate households and, this confusion and that confusion. No. You know what I'm saying? This shit was supposed to be done in a union, a bond, you know what I'm saying, with a common idea in mind. We're going to be a family. We're going to plant these seeds. We're going to nurture them the right way, you know what I'm saying? We're going to show them how to have correct character. We're going to show them how to be productive. We're going to show them how to provide for themselves. We're going to show them how to be, capable, not independent. We're going to teach them how to be capable. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when we look at this shit, man, it's like, damn, look at the position that I've already put my kids in. Look at the position I already put my kids in. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, you getting raised over here and I'm getting raised over there, and this one's getting raised over here, and it's like, you done lost control. You done lost, and it's not even about control. And I don't mean control in the sense like you controlling a slave or a horse that's hooked up to a buggy. Nah, but you done lost the influence. You don't know what this child can be influenced by now. It don't even have to be another individual. It could just be something they watching on TV. It's anything. We are supposed to be active roles in the development and growth of our children. But the only way we can do that is honoring the contract that come before that. You know what I'm saying? When you lay down with a woman or you lay down with a man, you have to understand and listen, we got a common goal in mind here. You know what I'm saying? I respect you enough, and I want you women to understand something, because I know a lot of y'all have known me, in my past, and to be a dog, and I apologize. Let's start with that. I apologize. You understand what I'm saying? I wish now, because I see a lot of good women that have been ruined, you know what I'm saying, by improper instruction that men have passed on to other men. Well, I don't even want to call them people men, you know what I'm saying? But males have passed on to the younger generation of males and just fucked up their way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Where we think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now just think about this shit. I can get somebody on my video right now to get up here twerking and shaking their ass. And probably I'll get 1,000 views, and men will be like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, until a video of their 16, 17-year-old daughter come across that joint. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? Now you ready to wild out. See, we can't be double standards in how we want to treat our daughters and how we want to treat, the women that birthed them. We can't treat our women, certain ways. You understand what I'm saying? And then, expect shit to play out a certain way. It don't work like that. And this goes vice versa for our women, you know what I'm saying, who I give a lot of credit to, I give a lot of credit to, you know what I'm saying, for perseverance, through a lot of these situations. But I want y'all to understand too. Because men have been taught, you know what I mean? Because males have been taught that they have to be this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know how to properly express feelings and emotion. You have to be mindful of that, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not mindful of that, you know what I'm saying, you'll lose track, you'll lose sight of a lot of things that can help us grow. Because little things that affect you can affect the man just as much. And because a man has been instructed, or a male has been instructed not to express these things, he won't tell you that he's secretly hurting. This is why I'm on a mission, you know what I'm saying, for us men to be a lot more honest when it comes to letting it be known. Like, yo, we hurt too. We hurt too. You know what I'm saying? We can't be these bottled up, hardened guys that's just walking around here. No. We gotta learn how to properly communicate. We gotta learn how to properly express. We gotta learn this shit in order for us to properly grow. Like this shit is for real. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't think it was real, it's something worth sharing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be on here saying this shit. But I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Like, this has to be it. Like, it has to be it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can take a look at themselves and ask yourself right now, well, damn, how old am I? Because if you're anything, you know what I'm saying, over 10, 15, 21, you know, once you get past that, it's like you're kind of closer to death than you are to, you know, life being reborn for you. So, like, at what point do we draw the line and say, you know what, I'm tired of existing and I'm ready to start living? If you're not ready to let go of like fictitious shit that may have been instilled in us, you know, growing up or whatever the case may be, guess what? We're going to continue to be stuck like this. A lot of shit. And it's not mommy's fault. It's not grandma's fault. It's not daddy's fault. You know what I'm saying? Shit that may have been passed on is not necessarily their fault. You know what I'm saying? But now that we know, now that we are aware, we have the ability to correct it. So this is the path that I'm on, is making these corrections. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't expect everybody to support me through this journey. I don't. And I'm okay with that. There are some people that I may have burnt the bridge or, you know what I'm saying, hurt some feelings along the way that they're just not ready to deal with yet. And I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That everybody heals in their own time. But for those who are like ready, like on this journey, on this path, like to heal, you know what I'm saying? To have some healthy shit going on in our life. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm the type of podcast that you want to tune into. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the 12 o'clock turn-ups. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like the same things that I'm trying to heal from, I'm promoting. I don't want to promote promiscuous women. I don't want to promote, you know, immoral behavior. I don't want to do that because this is the shit that damaged me. This is the shit that damaged me. This is the shit that set my kids back. This is the shit that, you know, hurt me. So, you know, I want to do different things. You know what I'm saying? And I greatly appreciate any and everybody who takes the time out to support the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast. I'm the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Just think about the name. I'm the elephant in the room because I want to address all the uncomfortable topics. All the things that made us who the fuck we are and why we are the way that we are. Why we think the way that we think, why we do the things that we do, why are we attracted to the people that we're attracted to, why do we hang with this certain group of people, why do we not fuck with that certain group of people. I mean, if we all, you know what I'm saying, is humanity. It's like, you know, one human race. Like, why the fuck do we treat one another the way that we treat us? Well, most of the time it's because it's unresolved issues within self. And that's what I'm trying to deal with. I mean, so if that's not your wave, that's not what you into, you know what I'm saying, you can just hop on to the left, man, and let somebody else catch some of this. I don't think what I have to say is bad. I don't think anything that I'm going to bring, you know what I'm saying? Look, my nephew, he's so crazy. He's called me the elephant because I got this big ass nose. Yeah, that's a family trait. You know what I'm saying? But even that, you know what I mean? I want this podcast to go as far as us understanding genetics. You know what I'm saying? Traits. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that my family happens to have this big nose? Like genetically, we can kind of retrace steps and figure out like, whoa, well damn, they come from, my nose come from this because this is where my people come from. I could come from a group of people that, you know, live in the land of flowers. Smell everything. Who knows? But at the end of the day, man, to say what the fuck I'm on podcast is about being authentic. What I would like to do, because my producer is telling me we running short on time. Anybody who would like to, you know, jump on as a guest, you know what I'm saying? You can hit the request button down at the end, you know what I'm saying, with some comments, some recommendations, you know what I'm saying? Anything that you might want to add to the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Just try to keep in mind that we want to keep it limited because I think we only got about 11 minutes left. So, like I said, anybody want to hop on, you know what I'm saying, with some comments or anything, the floor is open. And I want you to understand that, you know, unless you just hopping on here with negativity, like I never shut nobody down. Like you can be on here and be critical as a motherfucker. Like, look, man, I think your breath stink. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, that's played out. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting up here to do shit that you ain't really gotta do. But if you want here to be critical, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I feel like you can engage your audience more if you talk about this. You know, I would greatly appreciate that. Like, I'm not sitting here acting like I got it all figured out. I'm new to this podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even checking other people's podcasts because I'm not trying to emulate nobody else's thing. I'm not trying to emulate nobody else's style. Like, I'm trying to do what I do and be the best at what I do. Well, I'm going to say this. It's crazy that you said that because what I'm trying to do, and this is what, you know, the production team and, you know, the developers were talking about today, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, expanding to say what the fuck I want podcast. And we doing this more than just a 1 day a week thing. That, you know, if God permitting, you know what I'm saying, we get the time, the space to run it like that, then we're going to run it like that. We're going to try to get in as much work as we can possibly get. Because, again, it ain't really about rushing the process. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being consistent and sticking with it. You know what I'm saying? So if we can do that, like, I'm cool with that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I have to start dropping y'all, like, the YouTube information. One of my producers was saying today, like, I'm not giving out enough information about subscribing and following to the YouTube channel so that we can start doing this live, like the live streams from YouTube, and then YouTube will stream it live on all other social media platforms. So, you know, it'll kind of help propel what it is that we trying to do. But I really, really do appreciate everybody that came today. I was telling people today, some of the people that I talked to, that today would be like the realest show that I ever given, because it's just raw emotion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired. I'm tired of the fuck shit, and I just want to dismiss myself from that. And if, you know, again, I'm gonna reiterate myself. If you not with this wave, you know what I'm saying? If you not with this wave, if you not trying to, you know what I'm saying, see a motherfucker do the right thing, that's trying to see, and mind you, a motherfucker do the right thing that once, you know, he gets the platform to do the right thing, he's trying to do the right thing for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking, you know what I'm saying, hey, push me here, let me leave you behind. No. Like, I'm asking you, like, hold my hand, walk side by side. We can form a motherfucking a ring around the rosy circle, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you feel me? Just as long as we're able to progress, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna keep regressing. I don't wanna keep going backwards. You know what I'm saying? I want a healthy life. Like, whether y'all see it or not, we getting closer and closer and closer to the grave. It's a reality. what I'm saying? So before we let life just pass us by, you know what I'm saying? Let's heal. Let's experience what it's like to not be toxic, to not have toxic relationships, toxic friends, you know what I'm saying? Toxic relationship with your kids and shit like that. Toxic work environments, toxic behaviors, toxic habits. You know, people judge me for weed all the time. And to a degree, it can be toxic. But I would rather, you know what I'm saying, deal with this. I would rather deal with this than to deal with some, you know, medication that was created in the lab that's saying, hey, this is gonna help you smile. No, what's gonna help me smile is peace. Us getting away from turmoil, you know what I'm saying? Us understanding our true value, our true worth, you know what I'm saying? And we coming together and really like doing this shit the right way. At one point in time, like I really was like one of them dudes, like, and y'all know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like promoting beef, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can hop on, bro. Any suggestions you have is open, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, you know, a portion in the segment of my show was about you. Because I came to you for suggestions, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, do you want to come on the live? Like, you can come on the live. Me, you can have this conversation now. We can have it behind, whatever the case. But any suggestions, anything, you know what I'm saying? It's always welcome. Like, this is nothing that I know anything about. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on a podcast. I don't know anything about journalism. I don't know anything about research and information. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I'm doing by myself. I'm doing this by myself, you know what I'm saying? With the help and assistance of a few people that are concerned enough to say, you know what? I believe in this shit. Like, damn, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, probably my closest associate, like right now, is somebody that I've known for like less than a year, who has shown me so much belief and so much support that I can't thank him enough, you know what I'm saying? And that's the producer of my show. That's why I'm always shouting out the Matrix and what they do as a production team, what they do as a business, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very thankful for the people who are trying to help. You know what I'm saying? They believe in me. They see what this can be. And I just think about, as I think about it, I just think about how many people can be affected, how many people we can really help. I mean, I think about how much damage is done by hurt people, right? So just think about how much productivity we can get done with people that are healed. That'll be dope, you know what I'm saying? But I always leave open my comment section. I always leave open my DM. I'll start posting y'all the email, the YouTube channel. I'm saying we need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so we can get the URL. That'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? We reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna drop y'all the link. That'll be dope so we can keep pushing this thing. I promise you, it's not about financial gain for me. You know what I'm saying? Financial, that shit is gonna come. That shit's gonna come from healing. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, we get in our own way with so much shit. You know what I mean? We got all these obstacles because we're in our own way. The money is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be one of the segments that we have on the show. You know, I now have a co-host, you know what I'm saying, who will, like, we're going to be bringing y'all a lot of information on, like, credit repair, you know what I'm saying, financial freedom, you know what I'm saying, all of the things that we normally worry about or the things that set us back in the debt, you know what I'm saying. I now have a co-host that's going to be bringing y'all a lot of information, you know what I'm saying, on ownership, doing things the correct way, you know what I mean. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in for that, man. And anybody that's out there, maybe in the California area, like, I need some hotel suggestions. Give me some hotel suggestions, man. Possibly we'll be shooting the show. Undisclosed date and time, you know what I'm saying? But anybody out there with any hotel suggestions, man, that would be dope. We greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in to the Say What the Fuck I Want podcast today. It was an honor, you know what I'm saying, to really have y'all as my guest today. You You know what I'm saying? You're right, Shawnee, you right. I feel so much better. Hey Neff, I actually have a mixtape that's being put together like right now. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you tune in for that too. But I greatly appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the Elephant in the Room. And you know, appreciate it. And I would definitely accept that. And I'm definitely gonna kick that around to the producers, like without a doubt. Like, and again, please y'all give me all suggestions that y'all can give me. Like, I'm trying to do this the right way and reach people the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I know my method of reaching out to people might not be always the best way. So if you got any ideas, anything, man, hit my inbox. You can hit my email. I'm gonna post all of that. I'm gonna make a giant post, and everybody that I see on the comment section, I'm gonna tag y'all on the post, and I'm gonna make sure that y'all get all of the information so y'all can follow the SWTFIW Podcast. It's your boy, the Elephant in the Room. Shout out to the Matrix and everybody that's over there in the production team. I thank all of y'all for supporting my show today. I love you, respect you, and enough is enough. We'll hashtag that. Enough is enough. You know.